Documentation is the new vlogging. There's no doubt we all know there has been a huge uprise in the focus on community, this notion of third spaces being online. A third space is where people spend the most amount of time after home or work. This third space being a community online. The creators who are already doing something and host a community to enhance the relationship with their followers and with what they're doing are the ones who are going to win. And I'm not talking in terms of the most money, but I'm talking in terms of the most impact. We're seeing creators like Daniel Dallin, who is the best example. He shows his authentic journey in his YouTube and his Instagram about him building his SaaS company, flying all around the world, showing his life, his friends, world building with his character as the center. The YouTube vlogging era of 2016 has long passed, but the 2024 documentation era is just getting started. So, this video is going to tell you everything you need to know to get started with it and stay above of the trend as everyone starts to pick it up. The concept of the live documentary is a new thing that's just about to rise. It's when creators have a goal that they already have and they show their process of achieving it and becoming successful in that area. This also works for new creators who aren't creating anything yet but have a goal or something cool they want to achieve. Building in public, showing the journey, the ups and downs along the way, and implementing your authentic self to be a part of that is the key to a live documentary. We break it down. Documentary that's live. Documentaries are always filmed about great successes, achievements, things that we've tried to do in history, loads of things like that, and it's just bringing all of that together, making it personal and authentic. And when I say cool or interesting, obviously that's hyper subjective, so you can choose anything that's interesting to you. You might choose, I don't know, snail racing. That's not interesting to me, but to other people and thousands more, it will be as well. So choose what's interesting to you. Outline your goal. Make your goal public, right? The goal is correlating to the why. You need to have a strong why. This is the Simon Sinek piece where he talks about start with why. Lots of brands who are commoditized have a what, how, why circle around their business and they work outside in. So they start with what they have, how it works, and why they sell it. But companies like Apple work the other way around. Why? They think differently, they innovate. How, and then what? So one of the main points of the live documentary is having a goal, having a why, and make it public. You can mention this in every video you have. You can put this in your Instagram bio, in your YouTube thing, like make it clear. I'm doing one right now. I have a post off my wall right there. Money for travel. It's in my Instagram bio. I say it in my videos. In my documentation series, it's everywhere. It's a clear and apparent that's what it's about. That helps attract the type of viewers that are going to be interested in it. And that brings us on to the second point. The key to any personal branding success or community branding success is branding. Colors, fonts, consistency of style, all of this stuff and so much more is so important. And yeah, you don't need to have it perfect at the start or super creative or super stylistic. Just go with what you can do. Choose a couple fonts you like. Choose some music pieces you like. You don't need too many. Lots of creators use the same 3 or 4 tracks in all their videos. Brainstorm, sit and think about what it is you want to communicate to the audience. This branding is going to help people come back to you. Whether you say day 1, day 2, day 3, if you're committing to daily episodes, or you just say episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, to get people coming back to you, which helps us move on to point 3. Episodic series. There's a reason why people would watch 8 hours of a Netflix show that's broken down into 8 one-hour series and no one watches an 8-hour movie. It's pretty much the same thing. It's one story, but in the way it's told and shown is different. Episodes is the key. It gets people coming back for more. You can tell a story through episodes to contribute to one large story, which is a play. And this is the story that's going to help you make money with your live documentary. Just before we get onto that, episodic narratives are an incredible retention hack. Retention over series of videos, 30, 40, 50, even 100 videos. I'm talking about short form mainly. You can do the same thing with long form, but it's going to be at a lower level. because payoff rates are going to be quicker. You can achieve this with mini payoffs the same way that Netflix do. Say, for example, you're watching a show. You get to the end of episode 1. At the end, there's going to be a payoff and an opener. These two things are going to satisfy your need for the opener that started at the episode. So the opener opens a loop, and then at the end of the episode, that loop is closed, but then another one is opened either just before or just after. This is what you want to keep people watching for the next episode. Open a loop of curiosity. Close the loop of curiosity, because otherwise viewers won't be satisfied. But in doing so, you have to open a new loop of curiosity as well. This is a much more detailed storytelling framework that I can make more videos about. But just to cover all the aspects of the live documentary, moving on to point 4, becoming a live documentor. In your journey, you're helping yourself become where you want to be. Your dream outcome, the reason you're doing this, the why, the goal is going to be achieved. From A to B. And in doing so, you're indirectly helping your audience do the same thing. In the early Alex Hormozi content, he'd always say, I'm documenting the process because I wish Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, these types of people did it, so I'm doing it for the rest of us. This would be the quote that he'd say. And before he became a huge success, investing in school, doing the books, and helping entrepreneurs all around the world, he helped them by showing his journey. He became a leader in his space. And that's what we need to do. To grow followers, you don't need hashtag hacks, trending audios, the right posting times. All of these things help, but they're not going to blow up your account, make you gain millions of followers. And if they do, you might have just gotten lucky. But what you do need to grow a following is to be a leader. Exactly why it's called followers. It's because it's a tribal thing that's in us. Since we had tribes, villages, back in the day, there'd be a tribe leader and all the followers would follow the tribe leader. And obviously it's very different now. We live in a different world, but similar logic can be applied. And this is where the authenticity comes into play a lot. Consumer ideas. It's really, really hard to find an original idea. What we often call original ideas are ideas we've already heard, but someone has taken their authentic spin on it and just relayed it to the audience. And this is the best thing to do. It's just taking ideas and things we know and synthesizing our own knowledge and experiences onto them. And this is what you can do as a leader. Your topic, your goal, your space, the things you talk about. Consume other people's content, books, podcasts, long form, short form, whatever it is, tweets, everything in one. Take the idea to help you learn and achieve your goal. Put your own experiences on it. Synthesize the content with your own life experiences and relay that to your audience. You can do this to provide value. Help people go from point A to point B. Be a leader. And this brings us on to step 5, which is being the documentor. Very similar to step 4, being the documenter. But step 5 is becoming the mentor. After you've achieved it or shown some success in achieving it, you have social proof. You have people reaching out to you, asking questions about it. How did you do this? How did you get started? How are you staying so consistent? All these questions and more specific ones about your goal. If you show yourself as an authentic character, and have your character branding on point, people will reach out and ask you for help. And this is where you can become the mentor. You can start mentorship. You can start coaching, consulting, mentoring people to achieve the goal or skill that you have. You've got that social proof. You've shown you doing it. You've attracted fans and followers along the way around the goal that you're trying to achieve. Start off doing this for free, right? Learn their problems, solve their problems, and take all the information you've got and use this to enhance the offer you give out to your followers and your fans. You can do 2 things with this. You can take that information as market research, get testimonials and feedback to improve on your coaching, and offer it for paid, high-ticket consulting. Or you can take the information, put it into course material, products, solving problems that have real value and solutions, and put it into a paid community, a school group, to help people with what you've done and with what you're doing. The reason we do the mentoring first is to show you can really do it. But we're trying to become founders from being creators. And it takes time. It's hard to build a business off of creatorship, but it's worth it. The impact, the helping people achieve what you wanted to achieve. You know exactly what it's like, and the desires and the pain points from point A, and the dream outcome and lifestyle at point B. getting there, achieving it, how to do it. All of these things you've built and shown live. This is why the live documentary is so powerful, and it's going to be huge. Documentation is the new vlogging, because it shows you authentically and your lifestyle, all of this, but gives a purpose to it and makes it accessible to everyone. But you don't need to be a famous influencer and have really famous friends to get views anymore. A goal, a purpose, and a challenge, all wrapped up in a strong why, that's communicated to the audience, can be all you need to grow the documentation series. Thank you for watching this movie. If you want help starting your live documentary, becoming a founder from your creatorship, starting a business, and being on the market trend of creator companies before it blows up, scroll down to the link in bio. We can help you scale your business or start your business. Subscribe for this journey. Thank you for watching.